Now let us move further and start our further discussion. Investment in human resource through education and medical care can give high rates of return in the future. Yes, we have already seen it with the help of example which I have given you on education. This investment on people is the same as investment in land and capital. One invests in shares and bonds expecting higher return in the future. But it is saying that investment in human resource through education, through medical care can give high rates of return in the future. This investment on people is the same as investment in land and capital. One invests in shares and bonds expecting higher return in the future. Suppose for a minute that human beings are non-living, but they are simply a machine. They are simply machine with body, with mind, and they can be trained also for better and also for worst. But by applying some tools, like we also modify our wallpaper of our laptop screen, our tablet, by applying some tools. We develop some apps and modify some app by applying some tools. In the same way, these tools, like a good education, by imparting skills, by giving them training, by making their health good, by applying these tools, they are prepared for better. Now these machines are ready to, now their capabilities get enhanced, and in return now they will contribute more in the economy with these skills. But now simple, so they become resource. Like land is a resource, capital is the resource. But what is different between land, capital and human resource? That these resources, land, capital, these are stagnant resources. They are the kind of improvement can happen on these resources is very limited. What can be done on land? More and more, means by taking the highest caliber of land is only that we can develop industries on it. We can modify it for agriculture, for any infrastructural work. We can get minerals from it. All kind of benefits are either making something on it or extracting from it. Means either using what is within and by making outer. improvements. Okay, same with capital. Okay, we can use it on some other works, some other purposes, works, but this is not the case with human resource. The caliber, the potential, or the chances of improvement in skills, in capabilities, this is unlimited. Once they move towards progress, then they can continuously enhance their skills, and they use other resources, like they use land, they use capital, they use infrastructure, they use schools, they extract minerals. Okay, all these resources, other resources are used by their skills, so they are the masters of other resources, and because of this they are the superior. This is the superior resource. So what it is saying, that it can give us high rates of return. Okay, the same in land and capital, like we invest in shares and bond. What happen in share market, that we invest in shares, in bonds of some company, and if not company, these are also the stocks of government bodies, like bonds in government, PSUs. So what happened, for which purpose we purchase these shares, these bonds, these stock, that if their price goes up in share market, so if we invest or purchase, if we purchase 10 share, like 10% share in any company, then if this company sell more and more products, and now the demand of these companies products goes up, and in return now the new persons who will purchase the share of these companies, their value also goes up, then the profit which this company will earn, so by applying our 10% share, like we have purchased 10% share, the profit which we will earn by investing in the shares of these countries will also improve. Okay, so in the same way, the value of shares and bonds and stocks and other kind of share market tools, so by investing in them, so if they will reach towards the sides of profit, we will also get profit if we invest in them in a better way, by applying good knowledge, by applying good understanding. So in the same way, if we work on humans in a better way, by keeping in our mind the objective that we have to make them better, and in return we like we are making investment on them, then definitely in the tenure of, like in some tenure of time or in nearby future, they will also contribute to the development of family, to the development of nation, to the development of society. Okay, so this is what it is. Now let us study further. A child too, with investment made on her education, health, can yield a high return in the future in the form of higher earnings and greater contribution to society. Yes, we have studied it. Educated parents are found to invest more heavily on the education of their child. This is because they have realized the importance of education for themselves. They are also conscious of proper nutrition and hygiene. They accordingly look after their children's need for education at school and good health. A virtuous cycle is thus created in this case. In contrast, a vicious cycle may be created by disadvantaged parents who themselves uneducated and lacking in hygiene keep their children in a similarly disadvantaged state. Countries like Japan have invested in human resource. They did not have natural resource. These countries are developed rich countries. They import the natural resource needed in their countries. Yes, this situation I have already explained you in the case when I have given you example. Suppose a country do not have any resources, but if it invests in human resource, then it can import all other things from other countries. Refer the discussion above. How did they become rich? Developed. They have invested on people, especially in the field of education and health. These people have made efficient use of other resources like land and capital. Efficiency and the technology evolved by people have made these countries rich and developed. So what has been saying here? See, with time, the importance of education, the importance of health, the importance of hygiene has been realized by parents. But who are these parents? Aren't they human beings also? So what they will think, what they will impart to their own children, how they will work in their personal, in their professional life, all these things, doesn't these things depend on their own history or the kind of facilities they have got in their childhood, or the kind of facilities they themselves get in terms of education and health? So if they are educated and healthy and get proper nutrition themselves, then only they can impart the same knowledge, or you can say same environment in their family regarding education, hygiene and nutrition. So if they themselves, suppose some portion of the population like 40% do not have themselves knowledge about these things, so they will definitely not able to impart these things to their children also. So these children are born with disadvantage, okay, because their parents were also in the group of disadvantaged group. And by applying policies of government special focuses this disadvantaged group, and we have to uplift them, okay, in the ladder of society. So this is what have been explained here. So this is the vicious cycle which formed with disadvantaged parents, that they themselves do not get education, now they are not able to impart it. Now Japan example has been given here. Japan, that it do not have any other, or you can say, much natural resources, but they invest in their human resource. How they invest in their human resource? By investing in their education, their health. And now what happened? They have developed their human resource to the extent that it has become rich country, and it also import other resources from other countries, and they have developed a good kind of technology. They have also mastered themselves in developing technology and also using it. So efficiency and the technology evolved by people have made this country rich and developed. Now let us move further. Economic activities by men and women. Like Vilas and Sakal, people have been engaged in various activities. We saw that Vilas sold fish, Sakal got a job in the farm. The various activities have been classified into three main sectors: primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary sector includes agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, poultry farming, mining and quarrying. Yes. So we are studying that economic activities by men and women. Let's give one more reading to this paragraph because it contains lots of information. What it is saying: economic activities by men and women. Like Vilas and Sakal, people have been engaged in various activities. We saw that Vilas sold fish, Sakal got a job in the farm. The various activities have been classified into three main sectors: primary, secondary and tertiary. Now, primary sector includes agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, poultry farming, mining, quarrying. Manufacturing is included in secondary sector. Trade, transport, communication, banking, education, health, tourism, services, insurance, etc. are included in the tertiary sector. The activities in this sector result in the production of goods and services. These activities add value to the national income. These activities are called economic activities. Economic activities have two parts: market activities and non-market activities. Market activities involve remuneration to anyone who perform, that is, activities performed for pay or profit. These include production of goods and services, include government service. Non-market activities are the production for self-consumption. So what is basically has been talked about here, that Vilas and Sakal both are engaged in various activities. Both are engaged in different activities. Vilas sold fish and Sakal got a job in the farm. Means it is a different kind of employment, and it is a different kind of employment. So now question arise here, that how many kind of employment exist, and in what types they can be classified, and what are these type of jobs which these people are doing, selling a fish and got a job in the farm. Can we classify it in different way or same way? And if in same way, then what is the name for their classification? The various activities have been classified into three main sectors: primary, secondary and tertiary. Okay, Means there are three main sectors that have been designed for the classification of activities, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. And now we have to see in what kind of sector fish selling come, and in what kind of sector to go the job in the firm come, and what are the other kind of activities that can also be classified into these three sectors. And question also arise, does all kind of activities, all kind of employment in our country can be classified into these three sectors? This is the question I am giving you as an assignment. You have to search on this. Now primary sector includes, what does primary sector includes? Agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing. See, fishing come in primary, poultry farming, mining and quarrying. Okay. Manufacturing sector, manufacturing is included in the secondary sector. Okay. Trade, transport, communication, banking, education, health, tourism, services, insurance included in the tertiary sector. The activities in this sector result in the production of goods and services. These activities add value to the national income. These activities are called economic activities. Economic activities have two parts, market activities and non-market activities. Market activities involve remuneration to anyone who performs activities performed for pay or profit. These include production of goods or services, include government service. Non-market activities are the production for self-consumption. They can be consumption and processing of primary product and on account production of fixed assets. Now let us understand. See, there are three main sectors. Okay, three main sectors. Does it mean only these three sectors exist? For classification of all kind of activities or all kind of employment activities which exist in a country. This is the question you have to discuss. But answer of this question is itself included in these three words, that is three main sectors. If there are only these three sectors included in the production activities of all our countries, then the headline would be that there are three sectors included. Here it is saying three main sectors, means these are the main sectors, that is primary, secondary and tertiary, and also some other sectors exist. Okay. Now, so you have understood that three sectors exist. What are these three sectors? Primary, secondary and tertiary. Now we have to see what kind of fields come in primary, what kind of fields come in secondary, and what kind of fields come in tertiary, and what kind of jobs these fields entails. In primary, the things which are given here in primary, when you will have a look over these over these sectors, like agriculture, like forestry, like animal husbandry, poultry farming, mining and quarrying. So when you will give look over these activities, that is agriculture connected with land, forestry connected with forest, animal husbandry connected with animals, rearing, poultry farming connected with, you know, it is also connected with animals like hen, poultry farming, so we can get egg. Mining and quarrying connected with land for getting minerals, means for extracting minerals. So when you will give glance over their sources like land, forest, animals, land, minerals, doesn't these things are specifying you there is one common thing, all of these, the source, there's the source of primary activities is direct nature. We are getting all of these directly from nature and we are doing no value addition. Now question rise, ma'am, what is this term value addition? Means we are not, if we are not adding some more kind of, we are not doing some more kind of addition, you can say, to take benefits from these sources. Ma'am, what are you saying? See, like in case of poultry farming, do you need to do some kind of improvement in this hen for doing this farming? In hen, I am saying outside hen, you need to make arrangements, like you have to make arrangement for their food, for their shelter, for their hygiene, for their diseases, to get product from this hen, that is egg, and then you further sell it in the market. But do you need to make some amendments in this hen? Does this hen capable to provide you some kind of product if you make arrangement for her maintenance? Yes, maintenance you have to done, maintenance you have to done, not any change, not any amendment. In original, it's in its original structure. Like you do not need to modify the hen. Nature has done all job for her modification. Nature has prepared her in this way that she will provide egg to you if you will provide maintenance to her. Do you need to? Now I think you have understand the meaning of value addition. In the same way, when you will look other sectors, like when you will look at other sources like land, when you do agriculture, then you have to do the maintenance, like you have to clear the land and you have to you have to grow the crop. But at some places you also need not to grow the crop, you directly get the fruits from the trees which are available random. So it is also provided by nature. Have you done any value addition? No, you have only done maintenance. Same in the case of animal husbandry, same in the case of forest. When you get some kind of medicine, some kind of flower, some kind of fruit, some kind of raw materials from this forest, you directly get these, these things, and you do not need to make any changes in these things for their purposeful use. Nature has done all kind of arrangement for you. Nature has already prepared these things in a very good manner. You only need, you only have to make arrangements so that you can use them. Same in the way minerals. Have you done any work to prepare those minerals by going inside the land? No, minerals are self prepared. You are only extracting them. So the kind of the kind of benefits, the kind of activities, and you can say the kind of benefits you are directly taking from the nature. The source material of the activities, those activities whose source material is nature, you are taking those, you are working on those fields which are directly related to nature, and you are not doing any value addition. Then those activities are called primary activities. Understand? Now what is secondary activities? Secondary activities like manufacturing, like industries, setting up industries, like different kind of industries, like working, like industries for making ornaments, for making utensils by utilizing raw material from nature in the form of minerals, for making these utensils, for making these ornaments, for making different kind of jewelries, like coal industry, or you can say steel industry, iron industry. So iron, steel and coal you are getting from nature, but now here you are doing modification. Here you are doing modifications on these materials, like for making electricity from coal. Okay, so here modification involves, change involved, improvements involved, and we have to value addition have been done here for making further use. So this is secondary activity. As the name suggests, secondary means it is a second step, or so you can say advanced activities compared to primary. So now I think you have also understood the secondary sector. Third one, like trade, transport, communication, banking, education, means here all the services include. Means now you have prepared good both which can be prepared directly by primary activities, and you have prepared goods which can be prepared directly from secondary activities. Now these goods are prepared. Now you want to earn money, so you are transporting it either in other country or in your own country. So you are doing trade, you are doing transported, you are doing communication with other, you can say, people of other countries or your own countries for their transportation. You are provide education to your clients about your products, or you are preparing you are providing education to your own people of like your company, so that they can sell these these products. You are health, teaching, means now you have completed your education, government has invest, or your parents have invest more as much they can invest in your education, and now you are prepared fully so that you can impart this education. So here you are doing service for the nation, for the government, for your own purpose. Like health, you have done all the study in medical, now you have become the doctor, now you are imparting the service. Means all the other activities like primary, like secondary have been done, and now to the fruit which you have, the fruit now this fruit has got ripened, ये पूरे तरीके से पक चुका है, इनसे जो भी आप कुछ सर्विसेज अवेलेबल ले सकते थे, नाउ यू वांट टू सेल इट, नाउ यू वांट टू अर्न मनी from all the investment which you have done in primary and secondary. So these are such kind of activities like trade, transport, communication, banking, education, tourism, services, insurance. Okay, now one more information has been given here. What is that? Ma'am, there are two kind of economic activities: market and non-market. Market economy is we directly done to earn money. Non-market we done for ourselves. Ma'am, what are you saying? Okay, like teaching. A person is doing teaching in school to earn money. Okay, this is a market activity. A person is doing teaching, same here, but in form of tuition, and this tuition he is also delivering free of cost for the children who can't afford education. So this is non-market activity. Okay, so now here I am writing one question to you. Does a person earn money in non-market activities or no? And if no, then why? Okay, this is a question for your assignment. And one question I have given you here, that how many kind of sectors in an economy. Okay, now let us move further. What has been written here? Visit a village or colony located near to your residential area and note down the various activities undertaken by the people of that village or colony. If this is not possible, ask your neighbor what is their profession, in which of the three sectors will they categorize their work. Say whether these activities are economic or non-economic activities. Vilas sells fish in the village market. Vilas cooks food for his family. Sakal works in a private field. Sakal looks after his brother and sister. So you can easily categorize them in economic or non-activities. Economic and non-economic, as I have already imparted the required knowledge related to these questions. Now let us move further. अभी क्या कह रहे हैं, ड्यू टू हिस्टोरिकल एंड कल्चरल रीजन्स there is a division of labor between men and women in the family. Now it is talking about gender wise. See, we have studied about economic activities, that there are two type of economic activities. One in which there are two kind of activities. First is economic activities, second is non-economic. In economic wise, you get the money or you get the benefit, profit in terms of labor. If you provide labor, you get wages for your for your hard work, all the the service you provide, then in return money you will get for that service. Now the non-economic type of activities are the activities in which you provide the activity, you provide the service, and this service, it is also possible that this service is measured in term of money, and it is also possible that it cannot be measured in money. But even if it is measured in terms of money, even then after that you do not get money for it. In some cases you yourself provide that non-economic activities for your own happiness, but in some other cases there are some kind of structure that has been developed in society since many years. When you will go in history, so by historical factors and by sociological factors, you are supposed to perform some task, and by performing those tasks there is a lot of your energy, your time you invest in these tasks, and in return you also do not get money for it. But even if the same task is performed by some other person who is hired by you, then you have to pay for it. And these activities, our mothers, our daughters, or women in the country, almost in every country women provide most of the household activities and household tasks are performed by women. See, but this is but they are not paid for it. But if you hired any maid for that household task, and you hire any other person, then you have to pay for it. But we simply ignore it and take it for granted that these tasks do not require any hard work, they do not require any specific skills, they can be performed by anyone. We always try to overlook these things, and even if we do not give a hurtful thank you, or even we express our gratitude for this task, so we have to do. But let's keep those matters apart and we understand what has been written here. Due to historical and cultural reasons, there is a division of labor between men and women in the family. Women generally look after domestic chores and men work in the fields, because earlier our economy was mostly agricultural based. Most of the population of our country, nearly 70% work in the fields. So the example of man as the earning person is given only related to the fields. Sakal mother Sheila cooks food, clean utensils, washes clothes, cleans the house and look after her children. Sakal father Bhutta cultivate the field, sell the produce in the market and earn money for the family. Okay, I think you have understood. Sheila is not paid for the services delivered for upbringing of the family. Bhutta earns money which he spends on rearing his family. Women are not paid for their service delivered in the family. The household work done by women is not recognized also in the national income. Geeta, mother of Vilas, earned an income by selling fish. Thus women are paid for their work when they enter the labor market. Okay, have you understand the difference? Only when you organize your activity, when only you perform activities for money by entering into the labor market, means by working for money. If the same woman, he is working as your mother, working in your house, but she also start to work in some other household as a maid in that house for cooking food, then she get payment for it. So now she has entered labor market, means when you start to present you as a labor, that you are available as a labor and anyone can hire you. When you do not present yourself as labor, nobody will come to hire you. They entered labor market. Their earning, like that of their male counterpart, is determined on the basis of education and skill. So that why women empowerment, women education is necessary. When they get education, they get skill, they entered in the labor market, and when they enter in the labor market, they get money for it. Education helps individual to make better use of the economic opportunities available before him. See, now can I ask you one question? Why only him present here, not her? Even by this language, I am not pointing out any mistake of NCERT here. No, I am not any pointing out, but I am pointing out the general, I am pointing out the general perception. And our books, our movies, our cinema is the reflection of this general perception. How we are get perceived in the society, how men get perceived in the society, how women get perceived in the society, how children, how boy child get perceived in the society, how girl child perceived in the society. When you will look at the pictures of 90s, then you will often find that women is only get involved in domestic work. Okay, they are like performing puja, like well, like doing all the domestic works, and even in return what gift they will get, their in-laws pressurize them to do more and more and work, and do not demand anything in return. So this is the general perception. But when you will look at pictures of nowadays, then in them you will find women in trouble. Yes, in trouble. How to manage household work, how to manage their service also, because now they have to do service also, because now they are getting educated. They do not want their education to go waste, but in return household chores do not change at all. These activities are even now often get associated with women only. So now they are in trouble. How to manage their in-laws, also their work, how to manage husband, how to manage children. Now they are in burden of work. So this happened, but even then situation has improved, lot has improved, and lot has remained to improve, and we have to work on it. As we have to work as a whole, we have to change our perception towards women. We do not have to look towards them that we require a wife who perform all the tasks. No, we have to look at women that they are our daughters, and we want to prevent from them, and we want to prevent them from getting exploited and spend their entire life in this household work only. Okay, so I am pointing out the general perception here that economic activities only performed by men. So the word, the term which will be used here are also him. But things will change. They will take time, but surely they will change. And we will change them, and we are changing them. Now, education and skill are the major determinants of the earning of any individual in the market. How much you are educated, what skills you have, on the basis of these things only you will the earning of your earning potential would be determined in the market. A majority of women have meager education. Lot of women are not so much educated, and they also have low skill formation. Women are paid low compared to men. Most women work where job security is not there. Various activities related to legal protection is meager. Employment in this sector is characterized by irregular and low income. In this sector, there is an absence of basic facilities like maternity leave, childcare, and other social security system. However, women with high education and skill formation are paid at par with the men. Among the organized sector, teaching and medicine attract them the most. Some women have entered administrative and other services, including jobs that need high level of scientific and technological competence. Ask your sister or classmate what she would like to take up as a career. Now, what has been written here? Yes, NCERT is pointing out here that education and skill determinants of the earning of any individual in the market. Any individual, the person who are more educated, who have more skills, like one is educated till 12th class, then the job he or she will get will be different than the one who is educated till 12th class and also has done computer course. So he is also proficient in IT sector in some ways. Okay, so the job and payment he will get or she will get will be different from what this person will get. Okay, so it is very pointing out here. Now, a majority of women have meager education and low skill formation, so that is why they are paid low also. Yes, most women are work there where job security is not there. Where job security is not there. But why is it so? Because they have their education qualification is low, their skills are low. Why their skills are low? Because their family invest their resources on male child, because they have perception this money will remain in their own home, and at some places resources of family are also low, so they would like to invest them more and more on male child, so they get low skills and low education. Okay, so they get low skills and low education. So now if their skills are low, their education is low, then where will they work? Where job security is not there. And job security will not, where job security will not be? At those places where nobody want to work. So where nobody want to work, then only at those places women will work, because at these places they can be hired. Why? Because they have low education, low skill, but they want to earn money for them, because they want to change their life. And the people who are enrolled in this sector where job security is not there, that is unorganized sector, they know very well these things, that they have low education and low skills, so job security will definitely not be provided there. What else not be provided there? Legal protection will not be there, their income will be low, basic facilities will not be there like maternity leave, child care, and other social security. Or the women, the women who have high education, skill formation, they will also get salary as per men. Okay, and mostly the women have choose teaching and medicine, but they are also been entering in administrative services. They are also getting scientific and technological competence. Majorly the field is known as STEM, that is scientific, technology, engineering and mathematics. Okay, so they are also entering in these fields like IITs, IIMs, and they are also being also proactive in the field of military also. Now they are also opting for NDA, CDS, these examination also. Okay, now our next topic is quality of population. But one thing you need to keep in mind here that I have forgot to explain. Two terms come here: organized sector. Two terms we can decipher from this paragraph: organized sector and unorganized sector. By the way, we will read about it in coming chapters, but I advise you to search on these terms.